All right, here we go again. So we're talking about your greatest power. So in the first session, I basically shared with you what I believe your greatest power and my greatest power is. That's our God-given powers of initiative and selection. In the second session, I kind of give you a brief explanation as to why that is. Now, I'm going to share with you 3 areas you can begin to start applying your God-given powers of initiative and selection so that you can live life on your own terms. Now, during the last session, I shared with you that in Genesis chapter 1 verse 26, we're told that God created man in his image and likeness. And he gave us the power of dominion. Dominion over what? Dominion over the whole of creation. Another word for the powers of initiative and selection is choice. Your power to choose. You know, there is one thing that you and I have unchallenged and unchallengeable right of control. And that is the ability and the power we have to choose the thoughts that dominate our mind. You know, as you're watching this video right now, as you're watching me right now, you could choose instantly to tune me out and start thinking about what happened to you 5 years ago, 10 years ago, or what you plan to do tomorrow, a week from today, or a year from today. That is your prerogative. That is a power that you and I have. There is nobody in this world that could infiltrate your thoughts unless you relinquish the power to them. And that's what I want you to realize. I want you to realize that you have the powers of initiative and selection to choose how your life will turn out, to choose what thoughts you will think, to choose what you will eat, to choose what type of career you will have, to choose what type of lifestyle you will have. So how can we start using these powers of initiative and selection? How can we start using our power of choice? Well, the first area I want to recommend that you start using it is in the area of the beliefs you choose to accept. The beliefs you choose to live your life by. Because you know what? You've heard it said many times. The Sage of Concord, Ralph Waldo Emerson once said, "They conquer who believe they can." And you've also heard the quotation that goes, "According to your faith, be it unto you." You know, there's a difference between belief and truth. Truth sets you free. You will know the truth and the truth will set you free. But you know what? You can believe whatever you choose to believe, right or wrong. You can choose to believe in freedom. You can choose to believe in bondage. But I am suggesting, I am encouraging you right now to choose your beliefs carefully. So that's the first area you want to exercise your God-given powers of initiative and selection. And the reason why you want to choose your beliefs properly is because your beliefs have a tremendous impact on the way your world turns out. You know, your world and my world is our consciousness revealed, our consciousness manifest, our consciousness expressed, our consciousness outformed. Meaning, whatever we see in our lives, in our world, is a result of what's going on in our consciousness. So it will behoove you to exercise your God-given powers of initiative and selection in believing thoughts that encourage you, that inspire you, that leave you upward and Godward. So that's the first area. The second area I want you to use your God-given powers of initiative and selection is in the way you see the world at large. And in particular, the way you see your world. But here's the key. The way you see your world is directly connected to the way you see the world at large. Because you know, you cannot see the world at large as good and perfect and see yourself a lot further from that. So you got to learn to use your God-given powers of initiative and selection to see the world at large as a good place, as a perfect place, but that is in the process of completion. Okay? The third area that I would like you to exercise deliberately, consciously exercise your God-given powers of initiative and selection is in the area of the particular thoughts you allow to dominate your mind. So the first one is in the area of your beliefs. The second one is in the area of your viewpoint. How do you see the world? The third one is in the area of the thoughts you allow to dominate your mind. Look at your world. If it's the way you want it to be, great. If it's not the way you want it to be, decide how you want it to be. Then start filling those thoughts, start filling your mind and your consciousness with those thoughts. Because I guarantee you, I promise you this, those thoughts, the way you would like your world to be is really the way it's supposed to be. I want to let you know that every quality you've ever attributed to God is a quality of you. Every constituent of God is a constituent of you. And those are the thoughts you want to start allowing to dominate your mind. So I'm going to wrap this session up, but let's kind of summarize. Apply your God-given powers of selection and initiative in the way you choose your beliefs, in the beliefs you entertain. Secondly, in your worldview at large, because the way you see your world has a direct impact on the way you see your world, the world at large has a direct impact on the way you see your world in particular. And then number three, I want you to apply your God-given powers of initiative and selection in the thoughts that you allow to dominate your mind. In a further session, I'm going to go into a little bit more detail on this. So in the meantime, remember, you have the God-given powers of initiative and selection. This is your greatest power. Use it wisely and judiciously. And I'll talk to you soon. Take care.